Flopping has ruined our game. Jordan B flops. He know it. This ain't breaking news.
You gonna call it foot off, call that. If it would have been me, that'd have been an offensive foul. And every good basketball player does this. They clearly had an agenda. Shea about to win his second MVP with the same move.
He ain't lying.
You choked. I thought it was insane to get up there and say Joel Embiid was flopping around and this is the league that we're in now, instead of acknowledging that you choked.
That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talk.
Spark up a stream and started complaining and being the martyr. He has clearly lost the plot. Fat ass nigga. Sloppy sucker. You an ugly motherfucker.
So, once again, the unofficial face of the league, the only guy with the balls to consistently call out league politics that play out in real time and spark conversation, Jaylen Brown, has done so again. And once again, media, Celtic haters, Jason Tatum stans, and apologists alike wish that he would be more Martin than Malcolm. We'll talk about it right now. We're doing it for GP.
Why am I so real? They don't understand me. I really don't know the deal about a brother.
Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Mac back with some thoughts, with some opinions, with some reactions. Wipe your feet off as you come in. Hit the like button if you so choose, and hopefully you stay a while. Shout out to the supporters. With that said, let's take this walk.
Flopping has ruined our game. Jordan B flops. He know it. This ain't breaking news.
You gonna call it foot off, call that. If it would have been me, that'd have been an offensive foul. And every good basketball player does this. They clearly had an agenda, clearly had red board. If Jaylen does this move, call the offensive foul on him every time. I don't know, it's because I pissed the refs off, called them out a bunch of times. They were like, you know what, I got you. The playoffs, watch this. Some bullshit. I've been doing that all regular season. Everybody's been doing it all regular season. You gonna call that shit on me? Because clearly an agenda. Look at the same move. Like, there's an inconsistency and it's there. You know what I mean? You call me for all these offensive fouls. You know, and that's not the reason why we lost, but Shea about to win his second MVP with the same move.
He ain't lying.
So I'm like, I'm trying to do the same thing everybody else doing. So with that being said, moving on, I say this and I stand on this again, and y'all can clip this up. This was my favorite season of my career. Like, I will say it even louder. Like, this, I stand on it. I triple down, quadruple down, whatever y'all want me to say, chat.
I don't give a fuck.
Your take on the Jaylen Brown Twitch stream.
He was being hypocritical because he was calling out Embiid for flopping, but this is one of the guys that is a flopper in our league.
He's criticized the refs in the past. Like, that obviously is not a big conspiracy against Jaylen Brown.
I hate Jaylen Brown going on Twitch right after the game. Read the room, Jaylen Brown.
Stephen A., any issue with what Jaylen Brown had to say yesterday?
Big time issue. Big time issue. And let me say this. There is no issue because he lied.
And he's speaking very emotionally, which to me is kind of like a PR nightmare, because that's not the only thing he said. He said a lot of other things too about this being the best season. And I think it's a lot of things that you just say emotionally. You don't really think about the ramifications of what you're saying.
David, what did you make of Jaylen Brown and the excuse machine the very next day after Game 7 when the Celtics choke away a 3-1 series lead and he decides to do like a video game Twitch stream bullshit and essentially says that the NBA is rigged?
I applaud Jaylen Brown. I want to applaud Jaylen Brown for this one thing, is that I think we were getting too close to the Celtics being likable.
You choked. I thought it was insane to get up there and say Joel Embiid was flopping around and this is the league that we're in now, instead of acknowledging that you choked.
That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking.
I hated it, every bit of it, the whole thing, because one, he had no level of accountability. I don't want to hear about Joel Embiid, flopping. And you up 3-1.
Brother, for whatever reason, a man that just blew a 3-1 lead and had 3 opportunities to just win one more game, and his team shot terrible in the last 3 games. Jaylen Brown, who I really like, all the joking aside, bro, I really like Jaylen Brown. This brother decided to get in front of a stream, get in front of a camera, spark up a stream, and started complaining and being the martyr. He has clearly lost the plot. Fat ass nigga. Sloppy sucker. You an ugly motherfucker.
I have a big problem with it. I think that this was bad timing.
that everything you just said, Perk, it's already who's Batman, who's Robin, whose team is it, whose team isn't it? And what you just said, how's this your best season when you just won a championship? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You dumb motherfucker.
And look, bro, I'm just sick of the crying. Not from Jaylen Brown, but from everybody who continuously gets rubbed the wrong way by Jaylen standing up for himself, for what he believes is and actually exists as a flawed system. Pundits who've shitted on him have all shitted on him about the timing of it, conflating the Celtics losing a 3-1 lead with the truth he's speaking of. They've all acknowledged, because of course they have to, because it's obvious, that Joel Embiid's big ass gets away with egregious flops.
This flopping shit has to fucking stop! This guy is a total 7-foot flopping dildo! And I like the big fella, but all game he's on the floor! Like, what is this? This isn't fucking basketball, man! Again here, this is a complete fucking flop by Pandemic P!
And at the same forearm shiver Jaylen got called 90% of the time he did it in the series, not only was allowed all regular season from many different offenders, but was and still is being allowed from many different offenders, except for Jaylen, of course.
Jaylen Brown is frustrated with this offensive foul call, and honestly, I get where he's coming from because the referees are inconsistent on this exact call. Take a look at a play like this where Zion just pushes Dylan Harper and gets a defensive foul, or Harden drives in and just shoulder checks the defender to create space, but as soon as the defense puts two hands on Jaylen Brown, he goes to swipe the arms off and they blow the whistle for an offensive foul. Or look at Brunson kind of doing the same thing here, and Paul George kind of swiping the arms off to create that space. This, by the way, is going to be a crazy travel where Paul just switches pivot feet, but the defender's in legal guarding position, and then he just rams the shoulder, creates the space, and goes ahead and knocks down the mid-range jumper. Now, this has become a very common move to just hit the defender with your shoulder to create space. Now, you might say that this is a bad evolution of basketball and that this is a bad thing, and honestly, I could agree with you sometimes that this may not be the best thing. However, they've allowed this for every single elite scorer, and I get the comments are going to say this is what makes basketball unwatchable now. Sure, it might not be a good move, but weird that they just call this a foul all of a sudden when Jaylen Brown drives in or when he goes to initiate contact, but every other player is allowed to do this. Now, I think that you can kind of allow this when you have momentum, unlike plays like this where you don't have momentum. But here, when he's driving downhill and kind of does the chicken wing, why blow the whistle there, but not every other time? So either call it a foul every single time and get rid of it, or if you're going to allow some players to do it, then you have to allow all players to do it, because that's going to be a problem.
So 3-1 is irrelevant to dismissing relevance of what Jaylen's saying, because had they not had this agenda, I don't know, Jaylen's efficiency is higher, the Celtics score more, their momentum doesn't continuously getting taken away while the violation is being allowed on the other side, and maybe that lack of fuck shit aids in getting that one more out of 3 games to close out. That shit matters. And I'm just sick of the complaints. Why would Jaylen say it's his favorite year and hurt Tatum's feelings? As if it eats away at them that Tatum, a grown man, may be too pussy to stand up for himself against the big bad bully Jaylen. And also, why won't Jaylen just shut up and learn how to dribble? Get him off my team. He's not even as good as he thinks he is. Look at his plus minus. He's not even smart. He just uses buzzwords. Derek White's better. Like, I've heard it all about this man. And honestly, he's a great representation of what a leader should be. Someone who takes no shorts, is always ready for a fight, for what's right. When he's in the right, of course. Someone who defines growth on the court, year after year. Someone who is an independent thinker, a big thinker, and also a doer. Someone who puts action to words. And look, people who can't understand what bothers him about being number 2 apparently can't understand what would bother an alpha personality who has to be second in command to a beta personality, respectfully. And to that point, Jason Tatum poses his own issues for the Celtics as a 6'10 guy who only gets uncontested boards and chooses scoring for himself or playmaking for others for the first available 3, making the Celtics way more live by the 3, die by the 3 by default. But I'll get to that in another video. Look, there's a reason the Jaylen Brown led offense had more variety. There's a reason getting to the free throw line or easy midi this year when other teams were making runs was a viable option nightly. Look, man, Jaylen Brown is going to be Jaylen Brown. Always has been. It's not your job, and it should make you feel like a punk bitch to downplay what you know as truth in favor of telling the man to move how you prefer him to. But what do I know? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe if you like the content, hit the notification bell. And with that said, hopefully you've been entertained and informed while passing this precious time that we have. And hopefully I've earned your sub. I go by the name of Mac. This has been Doing It for GP. Till next time.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here.
Never did me, I spit the truth. Call you aware, fear-driven niggas get the boot. All of you squares couldn't fit up in my circle. All of us red and will hurt you severe. Slow your roll, nigga, patience is a virtue. Yeah, and a nigga bite any bark. When I black out, how you gon' hide in the dark?
Jay about to win the second MVP with the same move.